Did you know there's one country, yes, one, that has officially opened its doors wide for Ukrainians, no visa required, and with arms wide open like a pinoy tita at a family reunion? And that country is... But why? What makes the Philippines different from the rest of the world? We'll break it all down with surprising trivia, a bit of history, and just enough humor to make even your nanay say, "Oh, tama na yan, manood muna tayo." And before we wrap up, welcome to Now Leo Know, where your brain gets smarter without breaking a sweat. Hit subscribe and let the fun facts attack. Whether it's world news, weird laws, or why the Philippines is out here being the cool mom of international policy, we got you. In 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. Yeah, like a bad neighbor who just won't return your Tupperware. Millions of Ukrainians had to flee their homes. Countries like Poland, Germany, and the US opened up for a while. But not all kept their doors open. Enter the Philippines, still standing strong, offering visa-free access for up to 30 days for Ukrainian tourists, no questions asked. While others started tightening rules, the Philippines said, "Tuloy po kayo." And this isn't just a stamp on a passport, it's a warm Filipino welcome, the kind where your Lola insists you eat again even when you're already full. For Ukrainians escaping war, landing in the Philippines doesn't just mean safety, it means being treated like family even when you've only just arrived. Imagine losing your home, your job, and your future in a single missile strike, and then arriving on an island where people smile at you for no reason, give directions with their lips, and insist you take home pancit for bayon. It's a culture shock, in the most heartwarming way possible. Actually, Ukrainians have been on the list of 157 countries allowed visa-free entry to the Philippines since before the war. But here's where it gets heartwarming. Even as the war dragged on and other countries started pulling back, the Philippines kept its policy. Why? Because mabait tayo. And also, we kinda relate. As a country with a long history of colonization, invasions, and some very creative politicians, we know what it feels like to be caught in someone else's power games. And let's be real. If there's one thing Filipinos are known for, aside from singing "My Way" with too much passion, it's our sense of empathy. We've sent nurses, caregivers, and workers to every corner of the globe, not just for work, but to care. So when Ukrainians needed refuge, the Philippines didn't slam the door. We propped it open, put on the kettle, and probably offered them lumpia. Plus, deep down, we're experts in making strangers feel like family. It's in our DNA. Whether you're a balikbayan cousin or a Ukrainian traveler escaping bombs, you're getting a warm kumain ka na ba? And maybe a karaoke mic shoved in your hand. That's just how we roll. Because in the Philippines, kindness isn't just policy, it's personality. Throwback trivia. This isn't the first time we welcomed refugees, did you know? Back in 1939, President Quezon welcomed more than 1,300 Jewish refugees fleeing Nazi Germany. The Philippines was one of the only countries that said, "Sige, dito kayo." And we didn't stop there. Vietnamese refugees in the 70s, Iranians in the 80s, even Chinese and Rohingya asylum seekers in the 2000s. Our islands may be small, but our hearts are larger than a Jollibee Chicken Joy bucket family size. And get this, those acts of kindness? They weren't random. They were part of our deep cultural DNA called kapwa, which means we see others, strangers even, as part of ourselves. No wonder Filipinos can make friends with literally anyone, even that one quiet seatmate who never talks in group projects. From wawubabuwu to today, the Philippines has this quiet superpower, radical hospitality. It's like we're the barkada of the world, ready with a plate of food, a karaoke mic, and open arms when things go wrong. In a world that often slams doors shut, the Philippines chooses to keep the gates slightly open, and even offer slippers. It's not about tourism or clout, it's part of our DNA. Filipinos are raised with values like pakikisama, getting along with others, Bayanihan, community spirit, and mapagbigay, generosity, even when we have very little. Plus, let's be honest, Filipinos love stories of underdogs, whether it's Manny Pacquiao, Katrina Gray, or your neighbor's karaoke rendition of My Way that ends in a standing ovation. Ukrainians are fighting against a much bigger force, and to us, they feel like kindred spirits. So we say, come in. There's rice, sinigang, and if you're lucky, karaoke night. And honestly, helping others isn't just a virtue, it's kind of our national sport. Even if we're struggling ourselves, we'll still offer the better seat, the bigger portion, or the last piece of chicken. Unless it's lechon skin, then it's a battle royale. It's the Filipino way. We lift each other up no matter where you're from, no matter what flag you carry. Besides, in a world where borders keep tightening and headlines keep scaring us, wouldn't it be nice if kindness was the headline? The Philippines isn't perfect, but when it comes to compassion, we often lead with our hearts. And sometimes, that's more powerful than any visa policy. The flip side. What's the catch? Of course, we're not perfect. Some visa processes still get delayed. Our refugee support systems could be stronger. But the intention? It's real. It's genuine. The Philippines isn't rich in money, but we're rich in heart. And sometimes, that's the most valuable currency in the world. Still, let's keep it real. Warmth doesn't pay the bills. Many Ukrainians who arrive still face challenges, like figuring out our traffic, spoiler, there's no logic, navigating paperwork that moves at island time, and understanding why every Filipino insists you eat more even when you're already full. No one escapes a Filipino feast alive, or hungry. But even with the hiccups, there's something magical here. It's in the neighbor who brings you mangoes without asking, the stranger who helps you find your way without expecting anything back, and the unspoken "your family now" vibe you get after just one karaoke session. It's not just policy, it's personality, and that's something no embassy can stamp. Believe it or not, this quiet kindness from the Philippines isn't going unnoticed. International travelers, journalists, and even diplomats are starting to say the same thing. There's just something different about the Philippines. It's not just about the beaches or sunsets, it's about the people. Global surveys on tourism and expat life repeatedly rank the Philippines as one of the friendliest countries in the world. That's not PR. That's lived experience. When a Ukrainian refugee tells the BBC or a travel vlogger posts on TikTok about how they were treated like family in Manila or Cebu, that stuff travels. It builds soft power. A kind of quiet influence based not on weapons or wealth, but warmth. And this matters. In a global landscape filled with politics and power plays, the Philippines' reputation as a kind and compassionate nation becomes its brand. One that opens doors, earns trust, and strengthens relationships beyond treaties and trade deals. It's the kind of influence that money can't buy, but that kindness can earn. So, what's the value in this? In a world growing colder, where borders close, walls rise, and empathy disappears, the Philippines proves that kindness still matters, and that even a small nation can make a big difference. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang pagkakaibigan. Like, subscribe, and share this if you're proud to be Filipino, or just proud to support people who choose humanity first. Till next time, Palam, and peace out. And hey, if your nane ever told you to be kind even if no one's watching, this is that on a national level. The Philippines didn't need a viral moment or a hashtag to open its arms, it just did what felt right. Because here, being human comes first. And if there's a spare plate of adobo, you know someone's pulling up a chair.